you belong to the streets, but the streets belong to me. It's like home to me. It's like...
What is good, YouTube? Words I did not think I would be saying as a 22-year-old. Fun fact, I actually made my first ever YouTube videos when I was like 12 years old with my sister and a couple friends. I was having my mom drive me around to different fields to film myself taking free kicks and doing freestyle juggling. And I guess not much changes because here we are. I'm going to really start trying to talk more to the camera, talk more about things I'm passionate about my mindset, about how I do things, what works for me, in hopes that, it might work for you. Currently, it is 5:15 p.m. Pouring down rain outside. I wish I could go train or run or something like that. Woke up early this morning, did some mobility, but haven't been outside much. Been grinding since 8:30 this morning. So I need to go move my body, and I'm going to go stir crazy if I don't. But I got a package today, and I don't know if I should show it or if I should make its own video, but I've been concealing it for like 2 days now, so I really want to open it. All right, here we go. Let's open it. If you can't tell what it is based on the shape of the box, then you probably don't know me. But for those that know me, you guys will know what this is. And if this doesn't give it away already, then you really don't know me. Pretty cool box. Check that out. Dang. Check out that sole plate. Dang. Tell you what, man, these are super, super light. And the most important part, shout out SR4U, the bag. It's a new type of bag, actually. I wonder how SR4U would rate these. If you don't know who SR4U is, you probably don't play footy. Pretty niche reference, I'd say. Alright, so these are the Mercurial Vapor 17 Elite. They just came out for the World Cup. Had to pick them up. I have every single iteration of the Mercurial Vapor from the 10s all the way to now the 17, which might be a problem. It is definitely a problem. But got one more season of footy in my whole life. Serious footy. I'm sure I'll play men's league after that, but one more season of college, and as it stands, I'm going to be rocking these. Got about 5-6 weeks maybe until 5 weeks, I think, until preseason. So I'll lace these up, break them in hopefully. I do struggle with blisters, so that'll be interesting, but fun nonetheless to get into a new pair of boots. There's no feeling quite like it, as my footballers know. I'm going to go change, eat a little bit, and then do some sort of exercise. I'll probably bike, do some more stretching at the gym. I'm super sore from the Murph that I did on Saturday. It's currently Tuesday, so 3 days removed, but still kind of feeling it in my legs. Here we go, taking you guys with me, and this will be interesting. Obviously, I am no stranger to filming myself in public, but you still kind of get that feeling. Super, super stoked to be taking on this YouTube thing. And I guess the next video I need to do is a room tour or something like that. But meal prepped already this week, so have dinner sorted. Have my snacks, just gonna eat some quick carbs, probably some dates. I have dried mango, banana, blueberries. I have all of those things that I can just grab at my disposal. Probably go with the dates. Haven't had some in a minute. So 2 dates, it's like 100 calories and 30 grams of carbs. I mean, your body has enough glycogen to operate without that little top off, but I'll probably feel better after having a little bit on my stomach. I haven't eaten since lunch, which was like 5 hours ago. So I'll get a little tiny snack and then we'll have a big meal when we come back. So let's get into it. If you've never had dates, or if you don't like dates, it's time to grow up. This is like eating pie, honestly. Nature's candy. Allow me to show you what I'm dealing with. Absolutely pouring. I wish I could train outside, but it's just not the case. Gonna do bike and some dynamic stretching, and then gonna get on the wall, as my brother Christian Kraus calls it, or Connor Dunnigan. Name dropping Connor Dunnigan in my first ever YouTube video was not on the agenda. Gonna go probably to the racquetball courts because the indoor turf at Babson's been locked the last couple of days. I've been doing camps there, but if I can get in there, I'll do it. If not, racquetball courts. So, bang, let's get it. Banger. I'm going to use this opportunity to describe my training a little bit, as it has changed quite a bit the last few months. In like March or April, this shirt that I'm wearing actually, I was fully filling these arms out. Definitely not too bad right now, but definitely not hitting upper body like I was at the beginning of this year. I am trying to preserve muscle, not trying to gain muscle really in my upper body. So when I do train upper body, it's literally like maybe once a week when I'm doing pull-ups and push-ups, more calisthenic type movements, dips, things like that. Apart from that, I am doing 2 athletic lifts per week. One that's focused on bilateral movements, meaning I am training with both legs essentially. So think of your typical barbell back squat or your typical trap bar deadlift. I'm also doing one day dedicated more so towards single leg training. There's a lot of top of the line pro athletes and strength coaches that are talking about how much they train single leg strength compared to bilateral strength. And I think I saw something that an NFL strength coach was saying that guys are training single leg movements in a 3-to-1 ratio to bilateral movements, which is very interesting. Obviously, as a soccer player, single leg strength is super important. It's tons of change of direction and changes in pace as well. So you need to be able to push off and stop using one leg or the other. I'm doing low reps and high weight as much as I can. Definitely monitoring soreness, not doing anything stupid, because on top of the weight training, I'm primarily focused on getting as fit as possible. So I'm doing a lot of cardio, you could say, more so structured cardio related to soccer in terms of sprint work, change of direction, agility, and dedicated runs. There's no other way to put it. Some of that incorporates like speed work on the track, but a lot of it is on the pitch and doing interval running essentially is what it is. Soccer is so important. You have long bouts of sprints, so maybe you have to track back 100 yards and then you have a recovery period, then you have to go again. And then being able to train that is very difficult outside of a match setting, but the best way to do it is to do some sort of long full field sprint. The Manchester United drill is a classic one. John Terry as an indoor variation on the treadmill, another good one. But that type of running is my primary focus right now. In addition to all that, I am getting on the ball as much as possible. Like I said earlier, 5 weeks out now, and I need to sharpen my touch. Simple as that. So that's part of what I'm going to be doing tonight. Literally like 30 minutes to an hour in an individual session is like all you need. If I can get into the turf, well, I didn't bring my cones, which was stupid, but if I can get into the turf, I can do a bit more passing. If we're in the racquetball court, gonna do juggling and just training the first touch and the second touch really. And I mean, that can do wonders for you, not only for working your touch, but it gets your body acclimated and it can be, I mean, it's low intensity cardio, so it's not really building fitness, but movement is never a bad thing. So gonna attack all of that right now. And I just blabbed for nearly 5 minutes. Part of the reason I'm picking this thing up is because I'm pretty good at talking, I'd say. But the main reason I just yapped all of that is because I really don't want to get out in the rain. But we're gonna have to do it. Story of my life, doing things you don't want to do. Story of your life, it should be too. Because once you can learn to do things you don't want to do, makes doing everything else super easy. All right, let's get it. Is that how the YouTubers do it? They go like this.
Getting kind of dangerous. Feels like it's a loaded gun. My mind is turning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you wanna cowboy on a wild horse, right now.
The Colombia-Switzerland game was in extra time, and now it's going to penalties. So I'm gonna watch these pins, and then I'm gonna go play some footy.
If you want a cowboy on a wild horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind.
All right, great news. The indoor turf is open. So take a look at this. Absolutely class. Gonna go over here, turn the lights on, and we're gonna hit a 6 session. This is gonna hit. And thanks to my wonderful mother, I now have my turf shoes, which I'll show you. I've had them since I was in 10th grade. And maybe a couple of the guys are watching, but I actually got these turf shoes because I was going to a futsal tournament in Germany. And this random little team from South Carolina is the only American team there. But me and a bunch of my boys, they were all on the same team at 16 years old, had to get these indoor shoes, these turfs, because we were playing on like turf with no pellets indoors. We all got these hideous black Nikes, but they're still good to this day. Somehow I was wearing a 10.5 then. Now I prefer to wear a 9.5, but save $100 by not buying a new pair, and we ball. So without further ado, get these lights on and bang. This is the indoor soccer facility. Absolutely fire. Got one soccer ball to my name. We've got a wonderful wall over there. Let's go. How about these? I don't even know if the camera's picking these up, but hilarious. All right, this is taking entirely too long because of the Colombia game and me trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing using this thing. So I'm going to put it down. Cue the montage, as I've heard they say.
I was just hanging out, some little West Coast town. Found a bar out by the sand, so I made my way in. First thing that caught my eye, like nothing I ever seen. Sunburned auburn hair, a California dream. Yeah, she was shaking them hips to some old Motown song. I couldn't say a thing, so I sang along. She was a hot egg on the dance floor. Yeah, she moving through my mind. I gotta know her name, and I got to see her again. She's got me wondering, yeah, I'm just wondering where she is, where she is, where she is tonight. Where she is, where she is, where she.
Just finished my Bob's session. If you know that reference, you're a legend. But no, I'm actually drenched, not from the rain, but I did about 15 or 20 on the bike, really got the blood flowing, and like you saw, I was watching the Colombia penalties. I wanted to see Colombia go through, honestly. So that was disappointing. Colombia versus Argentina would have been legendary. Plus, shout out to all those in my NBA class that are Colombian. I feel for you, having watched the US face the same demise last night. Plan now is to go home. Like I said, I already have dinner prepped. Makes it super easy. Just gonna pop it in the microwave. I'm either gonna do the potatoes and chicken or rice and chicken. Not sure which. Honestly, have rice and turkey, this like Asian dish that I made. Oh, it's fire. Same exact thing I had for lunch, but it could smack. And then I'm probably gonna smack a Ninja Creamy as well. There was a lot of you on my Instagram asking for recipes, swiping up on my story asking about stuff related to Ninja Creamy. I make a recipe, put a lot of effort in that video, and it didn't get no love. But they don't really matter. I post what I want and had fun making it. Plus, the Ninja Creamy was gas. So, session overall, bike, stretch, got on the ball for 30 minutes. Short for sure. Not as efficient as I would have liked. Also not as sharp as I would have liked. I'm carrying a little bit more soreness than I expected. Can't complain though, still got it in. Also didn't want to fry myself because hopefully if this weather clears up tomorrow, I'm gonna play some small-sided, which is genuinely my favorite version of footy. Small-sided pickup. It's about that time in the summer when all the colleges start getting back together, and first couple weeks of captain's practice, if you guys are doing it right, that's all I gotta say. Firmament Soccer proved that right. Shout out the captains in captain's practice last year. All we did was play small-sided, and then we went to the Final Four. Has to be correlated, right? All right, I was fully planning on taking a shower and getting cleaned up first, but I'm absolutely starving. So this is what we're having. We've got 8 ounces of chicken, about 10 or 12 mini golden potatoes, and it's covered in Cholula sauce. It doesn't look that appetizing, to be honest, but it smells pretty good. I'm gonna dig into that and watch YouTube, to be honest. My goodness. This is unreal. I don't know how I lived without the Ninja Creamy ever in my life. Like, it won't even come out. Just... Alright guys, I'm gonna end it off here. My first video is done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is really just raw footage of what it's like to actually live my life. The only thing I have left to do tonight is take a shower, sort of reset, get ready for tomorrow, and I will see you guys soon. Again, I don't know how to end these videos, but goodbye for now.
Sleep, just know that was all me. And when you see Chanel, I wish that's how you saw me.